The Utah Jazz have traded for Ricky Rubio from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So what this trade does, it's kind of an appetizer for the NBA free agency season, as we are about 7.5 hours away from the start of NBA free agency. So many notable free agents have opted out of their contracts, and we will be keeping an eye out for news involving these certain NBA free agents as we move along throughout the next couple of days. But that is for another time, just not right now. Because let me just say that I'm going to join the bandwagon here, even though I technically kind of started the bandwagon with my playoff recap video, but the NBA offseason has been more exciting than the actual season itself. That's when you know the sport is just completely dying down a bit. But let's talk about the trade now. Ricky Rubio sent to the Utah Jazz in exchange for a first-round draft pick. I think this is going to be huge. I think it emulates that George Hill is out of Utah. It emulates that the Timberwolves are really going to go after Kyle Lowry. Because it's been reported that Jimmy Butler has been trying to recruit Kyle Lowry. But there are some other notable free agents that are still available on the board. But we'll talk about them possibly later tonight or tomorrow. But Blake Griffin, Andre Iguodala, J.J. Redick, even though there was a news story that broke out about him, about saying he's interested in the Rockets or the Nets or the 76ers, if they're able to work with him financially, he's going to be asking for about in between $16 million and $18 million a year. But back to the Rubio trade. It just seems like that the Timberwolves are trying to do kind of what the Rockets were doing and trying to form a little bit of a super team of their own, or trying to at least be competitive in the NBA. Because kind of like what I was saying earlier on my tweet from earlier, or that I've been kind of saying all throughout, kind of like the NBA draft reaction last week, all throughout the mock drafts, at the Q&As and the live streams. But the NBA, it's just, the trend is basically trying to form a super team. And it's kind of sad what the NBA is going down to, because that's basically what it's going to come down to. Whichever team can build up the strongest team with the strongest players. But honestly, I will discredit the Warriors here for just a second, because the Warriors team, it was built through the draft, but they just added Kevin Durant. In fact, Draymond Green actually recruited Kevin Durant after the Game 7 loss in last year's NBA Finals. That's basically what it's coming down to, because we've got Jimmy Butler trying to recruit Kyle Lowry. We've got Chris Paul, James Harden trying to recruit Kyle Lowry too, and as well as Paul George. And there's a possibility that maybe Isaiah Thomas or Avery Bradley is trying to recruit Gordon Hayward. Even Al Horford's probably recruiting Gordon Hayward as well, because there was some thing where they were following each other on Instagram or something like that. But that is all I have for you on this trade. As far as who I think won this trade, I feel like if it works out the way the Timberwolves wanted it to, I think it'll go in their favor. But the only way the Timberwolves are going to win this trade is if they're able to sign Kyle Lowry. I feel like that's the only way they can possibly completely win this trade. But I think the Jazz can win this trade if the following things happen. If Ricky Rubio pans out in Utah next year, and if they're able to keep Gordon Hayward. I feel like those... So, it's too close to determine who won this trade. I think the team that wins this trade is going to be the team that can execute whatever they're trying to plan next. All right, that is all I have for you today. At least for right now. We'll probably do a live stream maybe later tonight or maybe tomorrow afternoon. But anyway, follow me on Twitter, JB Talk Sports. Like and subscribe. That is all I have. for right now, have a great day, everybody. I will see you next time.